guys, good evening and welcome to tonight's Mercedes AMG Virtual Championship here at Kyalami. Guys, it is time for the race. It is time for me to do warm-up. I just came home, have been a little late from all the appointments, and now I'm a little bit on the back foot regarding my performance, I would say. Well, not an actual back foot, but, you know, being tight with the time, being not warmed up, qualifying in 7 minutes. A couple of quick laps, hopefully done right now. Check again with the fuel consumption. Do the quick maths. And then do a goody pace. Looking at the pace right now, indeed, we're seeing Mr. Muscat with a 40.9 in the top of the leaderboards. And now the question is, how much is my 41.0 worth from the Monday testing with 2 kilograms of additional pop weight compared to today, and 2 degrees more temperature on the track? Let's see. I think the most difficult part for me right now is getting the pressures ready. First lap is going to be for the bin in terms of performance. We know that tires need at least 3 laps to get fully onto the temperature, but all we need for today is like a top 3, top 4 result to stay in the top 3 in the championship and be relegated into Division 1. So that is the minimum target for tonight. It's not about winning, it's not about being absolutely mega. It's about not doing any BS to defend a 10-point lead from P4 in order to stay in the top 3, because after this round, top 3 of Division 2 is going to be relegated into Division 1. And that also marks the end of fighting for wins anyway. People on Division 1 are just going to be another level, and, you know, we're fighting with the big boys, but we're fighting for a rather P15 instead of like something greater. But that's fine. Rather sitting in Division 1 having said, you know what, I got lucky into Division 2, but I showed the pace, being eligible for Division 1. And then we're making our way into the top competition that way. Might be hurtful for all the points though, to be honest with you. I don't know. We'll have to see on it. Because obviously, I think in Division 2 you score like 70% of the original points, but like 70% of 15 is more than 100% of like 5 points or whatever I'm going to score in Division 1. But, you know, anyway, it is what it is. But doing our first lap with a 42.2 is not too bad for the value that we're currently racing on. As in cold tires, a little bit out of rhythm still. Smooth is fast. Still coming a little bit back on the way this car handles after yesterday's rodeo and the Lambo and Le Mans Ultimate. So I need to be a little bit patient with myself. There you go, already 3/10 up. I'm stupido, I should have increased the pressures, not decreased the pressures by a click. I just went the very wrong directions, so still some potential in that. It's just if I go to the pits now, it won't ever work. So I'd rather keep finishing the lap, overdriving the car a little bit, heat up the tires. It's a lot. Is a 41.3 anyway. Puts us 4th, 5th, 6th. Not a perfect lap even yet. Let's see if we can still scratch a couple of tenths away here. A little bit sloppy into 4. I need to somehow quickly get a little bit of pressures in so that the tires grip. Temperature should be alright. Maybe I can attack for another lap. More with the balance that I should have. Would be goody. Last moment of preparation and then it's time for the qualifying already. Hi Marshall, hello there and welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Sadly, about approaching to turn 1. Probably will kill the entire lap. And at the very least after this here I need to be like a big wizard. So let's see. 2.5 tenths. Now this is a really good one. Watch the delta come towards 0. Oh, way too late on the brakes, damn it. So another big F. Another 3/10 lost. Hey Nikki, how are you doing? Thank you for joining. Still a 10th gain here. And another 10.5 gain here. Awesome. We got a potential performance in for a very good result here. Okay, 10 minutes times 60. We're doing 103s. 600 by 103. So 5 laps, 6 laps. 2.7 times 6, 16 liters. Okay, let's do it. Qualifying 16 liters. Goodie goodie. On the tarmac. Let's go. You were wondering if ACC is still worth playing. Well, it's worth at least having a Mercedes AMG Virtual Championship on it. However, of course, from an update perspective, we rather have to admit that it's rather not getting updated anymore. Yes, of course. So can I do a lucky punch, put a high 40 here? That would be El Gigante. You keep seeing the ACC sub, that's more updates planned for it, but who knows when. Yeah, I mean, they are the same like Le Mans Ultimate versus R Factor 2 and Studio 397, right? These guys have been working flawlessly and flat out for Le Mans Ultimate. They're not the biggest love for R Factor 2 in the days. Well, that's just how it is. That is the reality. Okay, qualifying is on. Here we go. 5 laps to do the job. Very good first sector. There's a proper solid bonker lap so far. Just no off track in here. No off track, but huge momentum loss. If the guy is gentle, he lets me go. Kind of doubt it though. It's qualifying. It's like everyone at each other, or everyone for himself. Yeah, sadly we do have to race into turn 1. So not an optimal start to the lap. What was the lap time that I did anyway? 42.0. F1 Alex, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate your time. Hope you enjoy it. Out of rhythm for this lap completely. Unless I do the same magic for this corner right here, but this time not with the track limits, yes. Look at the momentum gain, 2/10. So we're equal again, and from here on I should actually improve the final sector. Yeah, big time, 7:10. So I think we got a potential for a high 40. Would be goody. If I get all the sectors right. Come on, car. Let's go. 4/10 up. Would be enough for P4 or 5. Sadly not perfect here. Okay. It's at least a 41-0 for 5th. 2 more laps for us. That is big momentum loss, a full 10th. Only 1/10 and it's row 1. Sheldon, I'm very sorry. I just blocked Sheldon. He just got P1 though. Had to wait a little too long till getting back onto the power. Anyway, I need to nail it. This is as much as I can try nailing it. And I missed the corner. Oh my god. This lap isn't perfect, but might just do the job. Come on. Yes. Much better exit. Out of final turn. This is good. This is great. P3. Let's go. Let's go. On the very last moment. Let's go. Important. Very important. Okay. 20 minutes times 60 divided by 101, that is 12 laps. 7. Oh. Okay, 2 minutes to race. I quickly have to do a rail, you know. Story. So before I get effed with the Strat, tires are goodie. Post is out. You know, things that you do just before a race starts. Then fuel and struts. Tire set. And then pepper pray we've done the right things. Where is my agua? There is my agua. Thank you, Yanni. Not gonna lie, this P3 is already a success in qualifying, being completely cold and very, very well prepared at all. So I think I did a goodie job. Now it's doing that goodie job over 20 minutes. Oh, I tapped the brake another time. Hey, stay alive. Okay, we good. We good. As I said, if we're finishing like this, it's almost safe that even without race 2, we get relegated to Division 1. But of course, always want to fight and do goody jobby. So we'll keep trying. I'm on the wrong brake bias, which in hindsight surely has saved us in turn 1 and 2. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you joining. Hope you enjoy the race. To stay alive though. Oof. I'm not yet warmed up well enough. Seriously, I do think I would have at least pace for P2. But of course, first job is to just finish in the top 3, regardless of the position. That is most important. Tires are now up at pressure and temperature, which is grand. Kyalami is such a good and fun racetrack though. Moments. Don't want moments, we don't need moments. The pace we want, the pace we need. Yeah, Giga Sheldon, quack. But you know what would be Giga Michi? Finishing second here. I have a plan. It's a good plan. We love good plans. If it would be Spanish, it would be El Plan. Dirty air's crazy. In that turn 4. And that is a little bit out of rhythm, but I would need to stay close here. dirty air. I was a bit too quick into that right uphill. Basically into the left downhill, which got me a bad angle into the right uphill. Ah, so unlucky. Yeah, not like I'm flawless right now. Like I need to get back to the point of underdriving the car despite pushing. The problem so far was wherever I had a chance to do an overlap, I couldn't do El Plan. I was always forced on a lane because I had an overlap too early. El Pain. Yes, being stuck a little bit. Like we are really stuck. Can match Sheldon Muscat on clean lap pace. Eight more minutes. Yeah, I'm trying. A little late on power. Oh, this time I missed the apex. Again, it's more important to be third rather than second, much as we would love to. Ah, too late on the brakes. Had to roll early into the apex to make the car stop, but shoved off too much speed for the entry. Another wiggle by the guy. I need to at least get into the distance. Not distance, close enough to him so that I can put him on the real pressure. Sadly missed my apex a little here too. Oh, I'm coming. Far off. If I would be really close, I could dive him into this right-hand hairpin. I overcooked it. Damn, this might have been a decisive one. And if it hasn't been already, then I probably think it's now. All hopes on race 2, I assume. And for the first time, he takes that curb. Yeah. I would have needed the last lap without a mistake, then I could have had the distance here for a dive. But you know us. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. But she's starting warming up the voice, that's for sure. And I call it's done now. Yeah. Yeah, the Kyalami is a super amazing fun racetrack, but to me it kinda misses the opportunity to really overtake. Like arguably it got long enough straights, but just the corners before are so tricky and so high speed and so twisty that you can't fix it. And apparently, upon his rejoin, I failed to do a good move. Maybe should have gone around the outside and tried to do a drag race into turn 1. But it's fine. We accepted defeat for this one. Just next time, we qualify better. Should have goody job. Anyway, the most important part is, I think we're relegated. I think we're relegated to Div 1 with this race. So that is good stuff indeed. Which is to me the most important part. I'm a bit meh about the missed opportunity. I could have had it. Then I'll let him to get into the rhythm by doing a mistake. And you know, it's sometimes just that second that you give someone room to breathe, and then they be like, okay, I can afford a mistake now. I really got some space. I can try and push in. And I think this is what has let him into the rhythm, what made him stop doing the mistakes. Sheldon, a flawless drive, that's for sure. Ah, it is what it is, though. Race 2 is yet to come. Apart from that, I'm happy with the performance. It's another P3. Let's have a look what that means in the standings, though, if I have the chance. Yeah, you guys see. My results. Right, standings. We're losing half a point to Mr. Battistella. It's all goody. Emmanuel Lopez is whom we would have needed to be scared of. But I guess Lopez didn't beat me. you can hardly score more than 11 points per race. So I'm pretty sure that this makes it safe, like no matter what would happen, even with a DNF or a P last. I think we got this relegation done. Awesome. Yeah, it's not only about the short race, right? It's also about like the track. As I said, the penultimate turn from last turn, like you need to take it so carefully. That push-in is like really win it or bin it. And then you need to get like a giga exit out of the hairpin. And then that stretch up to turn 1 is just a little too short. Here you can't go around the outside. We've seen that. The dirty air is making following so hard in this area that you're hardly close enough for up the hill unless someone does a mistake here. And some, you know, on that level, people don't lose that much time that you get a run on them down the hill and do something big here. Like here, you could go for all sorts of dive bombs and stuff. And could make it work. But yeah, it is what it is. Race 1 is done. And race 2 is just coming up. 10 more minutes until the practice server opens. And guys, I think that deserves a little bit of a break. I grab a fresh drink and I'll be right back. Guys, alright guys, back we are with the stream. We're waiting for the server to go up in 6 minutes. Until then, gonna have a little bit of a talk. As we wait for the servers to come. It's always Stefano that we make contact with. It's a bit of a joke. It's like coincidence and it's over aggressiveness from me, from him maybe. Well, probably this incident now. Race 1 was more on me rather than him. Yeah. He thinks we're soft for the standings. I wonder whether I should have driven in the meanwhile, but I don't think so. Stefano with El Plan. He says we won't touch turn 1 this time because he will overtake Sheldon straight away and immediately. We are looking. Bing. I was still waiting for service. They should come in 4 minutes. Okay. The waiting time is actually the worst, right? Eh. Did they F up the naming? I think they F'd up the naming. Okay, so it's alive again anyway. I don't know if I should stay in third here over turn 4. I'll just keep fourth. Second. I think here I need to hit that apex about here a little later. Also not sure whether to take that much curbs everywhere. I know some are quite beneficial for the rotation, others are not. try to stick in fourth. Not too much of a rear slide. Yeah, it's still a second faster. Probably third is, if you get the corner right, just a bit better. A 3/10 loss would be a 40.8 on the last lap, like not this one, but you know what I mean. Okay, let's see. Bring it on. I'm sitting a bit in a shit spot here behind Brian. Without want to be disrespectful, but I think I'm just much faster. Man, this cut track or track cut is so harsh. Too late into turn 4. A little too late on the power. Very little too late on the power. Good luck. These are 40.8 or something. Yep. P1 for the moment. Keep this pace, Michi. Time I'm steering too much. I'll let you get this lap home. and it's probably the best that I can do. A little too sloppy on the exits. This is indeed the best that I can sort of do. Oh! Crazy. This was the ACC lap of my life, not gonna lie. I should stop driving now. I don't know. Lord, tell me where the people. I would love to know. Thanks, Botmeister. Appreciate it. And this is where I park the car. And yeah, not take a further piss. Loyalty, Chris, I agree with you. I very much agree. But if I beat Sheldon Muscat by 210, that's a bonus. My quali is done. Sheldon's quali is done. If I would be in Div 1, I could win something in the chip, yeah. Only like, but goodie price, like AMG driving experience, an F1 AMG pit experience, so you'd be, I think, full F1 weekend in Mercedes garage. That would be my absolute, oh, I would kill for it almost. Yeah, that's the prices. No price for pole apart from pride. Here we go. Awesome. Very good. See you in a bit. Oh, I see the big kudos, and I'm sitting in pole. I can't believe sitting in pole. Split one. The esport people of ACC, I assume. So obviously, with us sitting in split 2 for the moment, after this race we're going to be relegated into Division 1, because after 3 races the top 3 of Division 2 go up to Division 1, and last 3 from Division 1 go down to Division 2. We're currently sitting second, and I think with a win I would get 11.5 points, and my gap to P4 is 11 point something. So I can't actually drop out of the top 3 anymore as per the rules. So let's see whether the guys let me have it for the race. I'm a bit scared of effing it up on the start. Yeah, Florian, maybe, but like, this is a championship, it's not like I can do something else now. Drive through for position on start. Copy. Same for Sheldon. Have I been too far ahead? Like, I didn't pay too much attention. I was already on the speedo. Like, also I looked at the red message and it took me like 3 seconds to comprehend that it's me. Or have I been too far to the right? Like, I have no idea really. Where are the ACC pros telling me what caused this? Have you guys checked it on the replay? I mean, at least it's going to be fun for overtaking then. Yeah, please have a look. I'd be appreciate. I worry about car length too far forwards. Okay. Probably I saw a red. There was a red flashing arrow pointing me backwards, right? And I didn't obey that. Much easier to obey things when people are around you. Okay, it's a fault though of my own. Yeah, sadly, we will lose this position. But that's why I said it's already great that we are relegated in the first place. Okay, too far forwards at the start. Triple check copy. That's fine. I just counted to my inexperience. Because I was focused on the 70 kph too early, too soon. Anyway, I still think we can finish in the top 10. Depending on how much time we are losing doing 50 kph. Not sure how tremendously long that pit lane is here. Where is the pit lane start though? Is it before the turn or after the turn? Otherwise I get a penalty for speeding, which would be a sad story. Actually fought before it. Could be worse, it's only like a 15-second thing, right? So 9 laps to go, let's see what we can do. It's 16 seconds that we're short. How many points have we thrown away with that though? 5, 6? It's still a painful penalty, isn't it? But was it for the out of position on the actual start finish straight or for the out of position before final turn on the start? How many cars in that race? 17. The gamification is for P9. If I end up 9th, I get an additional point because I'm the first out of the second half of the grid. Depending on the way you put the second half, maybe it's 10th. That gets a qualifying bonus because I had pole. So the qualifying bonus is for the person that finished in the bottom half of the grid, depending on the start. So 17 cars started, if I'm not mistaken. 19 cars started. Yeah, 19 cars started. So if I'm 10th in the end, I had the best qualifying out of the bottom half, which gets me an additional bonus point. That is how the gamification works. So basically I need to overtake 2 cars. Or actually, yeah, for maximum position or for maximum points, I have to overtake 2 cars and maybe not overtake a third one. Let's see how it goes. As there we have the first car already. And then there's the second. But then, you know, I'm a race driver. It's like when there is opportunities, I can't just not take them. Let's work our way up here a little. So T and the B is 7 seconds ahead. And I'm hardly gaining. So yeah, I will stay behind this car ahead. Yeah, for point reasons. Because if I overtake car ahead, at best I score half a point more. However, since I will win the gamification point, which is the best qualifier out of the bottom half in the finish, based on the cars who started, so 19 cars were on the grid, so P10 is the start of the bottom half, that will get an additional point. And that's worth more than half a point for a position, so just stay here. Maybe have an overtake, but then drop back again, you know. Well, if I could get 8, I'll probably gain more than a point, so I'll skip the plan. Shall I just do it? Hey David, how you doing? Ooh. Oh, well, I just did it anyway. Anti-cuts Fs. No. Made a mistake on my own. Nothing to do with you. As we've started from the pole and get a drive-through penalty, we've F'd the race beforehand anyway. I should have perhaps gone for a move, but now it's too late. I think. I'm not sure if P8 is better than P10 with an extra point. But that ship has sailed anyway now, like with a minute, like it's last lap now. I'll find out in a moment anyway. I'm gonna go through the rulebook real quick. Maybe I slap myself, or I'd be like, yep. Good job, good thinking. I mean, you can also see that I'm kind of like drive without any bites, without any whoosh. 1.5 seconds off the pace for no reason, basically. That's simply because I'm not tryharding, like I'm just driving. So let's see if we are right with our guesstimate. That the points for 10th and +1 point is better than P8. I'm sitting second in the championship in Division 2, and I'm getting relegated. I will still sit second in the championship after this race, because Batista is not winning. Or is he third? I lose like 4 or 5 points to him, maybe 4. We'll check about that in a moment. Maybe I'll get third on the relegation. Would be a shame, but it is what it is. So I think I've done a right call here. But let's check if I really did. Oops. So Discord rulebook. Where is the rulebook? There is the rulebook. So points. First of all, drivers who miss 2 races without prior withdrawal will be disqualified. Okay, until race 3, vacated slots will be filled with the raffle system. From race 3 onwards, these slots will no longer be available. Okay. Season schedule. Where are the points? Points. Here we are. On ACC PC. So 10th. I should have gone for 8th because of 0.05 points. Maybe this says something about, because I think Division 2 doesn't get the full points. La 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 la. Ah. Division 1 drivers, blah blah blah. Division 2 scores 75. So 1.5 times 75 is 1.125. And I'll get like +1. Okay. I've done the wrong decision. Would have only applied if 9th would have been in reach, so another mistake. Like 0.1 points are not as... Guys, regardless, is it? So I lost to Stefano 1 point in race 1. And then 10, 3.5 points, so 4.5 points times 75. That's the gap. 3.375 is the gap. Sorry. Sim grid. If I go my results and check the standings, then I see the gap was, yeah, 6.5 points. We're still second. We're still second. Yeah, it's all good. It's all fine. Hey, Wilco, Robert, how you doing? What sim does the GT3 immersion best? I think it's a Le Mans Ultimate, to be honest with you. Yeah. Guys, I say thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the race. Thank you for your time. Tomorrow we'll be live with the Le Mans Ultimate World Endurance Championship online championship in the Hypercar. And I think on that note, guys, we see each other tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Have a great evening and bye-bye.